In Southwest Asia, a quiet shift is taking place. It's not about a technological or digital revolution, but rather the specialized, intelligent breeding of exotic animals. In carefully controlled environments, breeders are investing in something far more significant than just the commercial value of skins. Behind this initiative lies an even more intriguing goal: tapping into the medicinal potential of these animals. Among the main figures of this new era are pythons, snakes known worldwide for both the fascination and fear they spark. Though some types are even kept as pets, captive breeding hasn't yet spread to all species. But what makes these breeders devote so much effort to such intriguing and sometimes dangerous creatures? What few people realize is that pythons possess special traits that might revolutionize our understanding of traditional medicine. To defend themselves, they can deliver a quick bite or coil up with astonishing strength. That same power which they naturally use to subdue their prey has caught scientific and economic interest. After all, understanding these unique abilities could pave the way for treatments and medications still not fully explored. Contrary to what many might think, these snakes adapt easily to human presence when cared for correctly, which makes breeding them not only feasible, but also fascinating. While many see them merely as dangerous creatures, a visionary group sees a real possibility for progress. But are we truly ready to transform these animals, long seen as symbols of danger, into allies of medicine and economic growth? That question is guiding a new generation of breeders in Southeast Asia. The answer may be closer than we think, hidden in the silent, powerful, and still mysterious abilities of pythons. And this revolution, which starts quietly, could forever change how we view these animals. In the animal kingdom, there are species that fascinate and terrify in equal measure. One of them is the Burmese python, one of the largest snakes on Earth. Even though they're usually raised in controlled environments, these reptiles have caused frightening incidents when they escape and enter human spaces. One of the most well-known cases happened in Canada, where a python managed to get out of its enclosure. The outcome was a tragic event that's hard to forget, highlighting the risks of inadequate handling of these animals. Another dramatic episode happened in 2009 in Florida, when a 2-year-old child was fatally attacked by a Burmese python over 6 feet long. Situations like these raise a key question. If these snakes pose such a danger, why do so many people still breed pythons? The answer goes beyond fear or curiosity. Breeders claim that if they're kept under proper conditions, these snakes aren't just easy to handle. They can also offer substantial economic benefits. Traditional medicine, especially in Asia, greatly values certain products derived from pythons, creating a growing and profitable market. But to what extent can economic benefits justify the risks of this activity? Is there a safe and responsible way to deal with such powerful animals? Pythons have specific requirements to develop in a healthy way. Fresh water, strict temperature control, and balanced humidity levels are crucial. But why do these factors matter so much? That's what we need to understand now. These snakes use an impressive hunting method. When looking for food, pythons target prey like rodents, small mammals, and even eggs or larger insects. Once they've located their prey, they use a simple yet effective technique. They wrap themselves around the prey and wait until it stops moving entirely. Here's something surprising. A python that weighs only about 2 pounds can eat a meal and then go weeks, maybe even a whole month, without needing to feed again. This detail explains a lot about their resilience and why they adapt so easily to different situations. However, there's a crucial point. When pythons start reproducing more often, the scenario changes quite a bit. They need much more food to ensure their offspring can grow properly. That's why in some places breeders encourage this feeding behavior, offering food regularly to the snakes. And this prompts a vital question. How far should we go in interfering with these natural habits to make pythons grow faster or breed more often? Are these actions safe and ethical? These questions show that even something as seemingly simple as feeding and breeding snakes involves complex issues that need discussion, and that's exactly why the study of pythons continues to draw so much attention, both for the curiosity they spark and for their impressive economic potential. In rural areas, breeding pythons demands more care than many people imagine. When it's time for them to lay eggs, breeders need to ensure the environment is perfectly prepared. But why is this so important? It's because of the staggering numbers. A python can lay anywhere from 10 to 100 eggs in one go. These eggs all look very similar in shape and size, and they require special care from the mother. After laying them, she coils around them to keep them warm until it's time for them to hatch. What happens next is amazing. When they hatch, the baby snakes already impress. Each can weigh up to around 3.5 ounces and measure between 16 and 24 inches. As soon as they leave the eggs, these little creatures immediately start exploring, quickly learning how to adapt to their surroundings. But there's another side to this story, one that's even more surprising. Besides their value as exotic animals, pythons have a hidden medicinal potential. Both their bodies and their secretions are used in popular remedies, especially in Asian traditional medicine. People look for these natural products to relieve joint pain, fight inflammation, and even help heal damaged skin. That's where the dilemma lies. On one side, there's the massive economic and medicinal potential of these snakes. On the other, there's the ethical question about how far we can or should go in using these animals for commercial or medicinal purposes. Have you ever considered how two worlds that seem totally different might share something in common? On one side, we have pythons, snakes whose skin has become a symbol of luxury and style. On the other side, there's canned tuna, something so commonplace that many of us have it in the pantry without remembering when we bought it. In this video, we'll see how these seemingly distant stories connect, linked by a surprising factor: their economic value and the impact on people's lives. Starting with the python, its skin became famous for two essential traits: durability and an exotic look. That's why it became a highly coveted item in the fashion world, turning into luxury bags, shoes, and accessories. But do the people buying these products really understand the complexity behind this industry? If you enjoyed this video and these surprising stories, don't forget to leave your like below. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and of course leave a comment telling us which story caught your attention the most. We really want to know what you think. See you in the next video.